Part 2. Plotting Your Sitcom. 2.1. Why sitcoms are a better investment than panel games. The Americans don't really have panel games like we do. Why? Maybe they don't have a culture of them as we've had, despite the fact they came up with What's My Line in the 1950s, which established the panel game as a thing. Maybe American TV went off panel games because American TV is all about making money. For the record, I have no problem with this. NBC is not a benevolent benefactor making quality TV as a service to America. No, they're trying to help people shift washing powder in new cars. And for that, you need TV shows. Lots of them. But the best kind of TV show is one that can be shown again and again. And here's the problem with an episode of a panel game. It's a poor long-term investment. It may be cheaper than a sitcom, although it requires an expensive studio, and it may deliver ratings in the short term, but as a rule of thumb, they don't make you money for years and years. NBC don't just want to make TV shows that help shift washing powder anymore. They're trying to make money any which way they can, which includes owning shows which become products in themselves. If you're going to spend $750,000 on an episode of TV, it's not unreasonable to try and get that money back eventually. You won't get that back for a couple of years, which means that your show needs to be watchable and enjoyable in 3 or 7 or 15 years' time. It needs to be syndicated to cable networks and sold on DVD and iTunes and maybe to Netflix, Hulu, or whatever people are watching TV on at the time. With the best will in the world, you're not going to want to watch episodes of today's panel games in years to come, other than to linger to see who was famous enough to be on a panel game in 2015 and wonder what they're doing now. Panel game producers realise this and now offer extended versions of the show, so you'll watch it again in the hopes of 10 minutes of extra jokes. Quite often you can't work out which bits are new and which you've already seen, but it hooks you in one more time, but that's about it. Panel games are all over our cable channels in the UK, but that is because they are extremely cheap to repeat. Moreover, the original cost of the panel game is covered by the initial broadcast on the original network, so everyone gets paid. Everything after that is gravy. So why are sitcoms a better long-term investment? A panel game is often just joke after joke, pure, unadulterated banter, 2.5 hours of parlour games designed to allow professionally funny people to swap wisecracks. After a few days of editing, the 28 minutes that remain are slick, sleek and funny. What's not to like? Have I Got News for You, QI and Would I Lie to You are all lovely shows. But they're not addictive like a sitcom. They don't make you want to own it on DVD or give it to your sister for Christmas or watch 6 episodes in a row even though you're very tired and have to be up early. Panel games have jokes, and they even have characters or personae of sorts, like Davis and Fry in QI, Mac and Mitchell in Would I Lie to You, Hislop and Merton in Have I Got News for You. Yes, they're characters embodying a classical British class warfare of sorts. But these characters don't have stories. Nothing actually happens. There are no surprising twists and turns. If you really want to draw an audience into your show, you need to give these characters things to do and places to go. Welcome to plotting.